If it's too hot for you to be outside in a jumper, it's probably too hot for your pets to be outside with big furry coats. So those really, really thick coated dogs like your German Shepherds, your Malamutes, we need to make sure that there is nice cool areas for them. As well as that, if it's also too hot for you to walk around barefoot, it's definitely too hot for these guys to be walking around because technically they are barefoot as well. Now with these guys that have the short noses or squishy faces like Mr. Duke here, any warm, humid days, they need to be inside. We need to avoid having them out, avoid even taking them in the car, inside, aircon on, and keep them really, really nice and safe. The biggest thing that you can do that's going to really help save your pet's life straight away is cool them down. Now, I don't want you to put cold water on your pet because what that actually does is the cold water squeezes in and constricts their blood vessels, and that can actually be quite harmful to them. So we want to use tepid water or kind of tap water, lukewarm water. Straight away pour it all over them for 5-10 minutes, pop in the air-conditioned car and straight to your local vet. That is something that has been scientifically proven to actually save pets' lives in these situations. And even though it's quite a panicky scenario and you just kind of want to get your pet straight to us, taking those 5-10 minutes to put some tepid water on them is genuinely life-saving, and it's something that we will always recommend over the phone anyway. Other than that, it's all about getting them to the vet really, really quickly. And once they're with us, then we can continue treatment from there. So one thing that comes up sometimes with these heat-stressed dogs is let's get a really, really cool or cold towel that's soaked in water and pop that over our pet. Pop that over our pet when they're in the car. Unfortunately, even though it seems like initially it might actually give them a little bit of reprieve and provide that cooling water, what it actually does is it traps that heat in between the blanket and your pet's body. So it actually kind of acts like a conducting blanket, making them hotter. You'll even find that if you put your hand on the hot towel on the cool towel after a few minutes, that it actually becomes warm. And that's because the heat is consistently coming up from your pet's body and getting trapped in there. So definitely no cool towels over them. You can pop a cool towel on your car underneath your pet so that your pet can rest on top of it. Are you snoring? Duke apparently agrees with this, and that's a nice way to keep them nice and cool. But otherwise, popping your lukewarm, tepid water over them at home with a hose, consistently soaking them is going to be really, really important. Now, some people have also been told to force some ice or force some water into them, force them to drink. Again, it seems like the right thing to do, and theoretically, yes, getting cool water into them is definitely something we want. However, they're already panting a lot because they're hot. And so if we're forcing water into them, that water may actually go down the wrong way, end up in their lungs and their airway, and that can cause further issues as well. So we really want to avoid that. You can offer them some water, not a lot of it, just in case in the car journey it makes them a bit nauseous and they may vomit, but certainly we don't want to force them to drink any water.